you gonna make some time for me? Tell me what you doing while I call the back street. I could pull up in the beam and take you out to eat. Take you out to eat, and it's all on me.
It's the Beat 97.9 FM. This is your morning rush. My name is Big Sheddy on the beats. It's 37 minutes, make that 38 past 9 a.m. already. Get you ready for that big 10 o'clock hour. For now, we're checking out the 10 hottest songs from Abuja this week. If you missed it, well, let me take you real quick through the songs you might have missed already. At number 10 this week, it's a brand new debut on the countdown of a project that came through in the month of August. It goes by the name Roy, but with the extra eyes at the end, I actually just pronounce it as Roy every step of the way. But anyway, the song is titled Goody Man, and we're going to be hanging out with him in a short while to talk a little bit more about that project and everything he's been up to for the better part of the last few weeks. I've got a special guest joining us in the house right now. May not call him a guest after today because he becomes family, and of course one of the young fast rising talents of Nigeria right now. But he's been in the capital for a bit, plying his trade and of course amongst many other things, joining with friends for the first time in the Beat FM studios. ABJ, give a warm welcome to Roy.
Yo, what's up, ABJ?
It's good to have you here.
It's good to have you, Big Sheddy. Nice to meet you, Big Sheddy.
Same here. How do you pronounce the name Roy and there are so many eyes at the end? Is it Roy?
Oh, okay. That's my Twitter username, right?
Okay.
The name is Roy, R-O-R.
Okay.
A lot of times, a lot of people will be like, return on investment, or no. But no, that's not it.
How did I not think about that?
For me, it's reality over imaginations.
Okay.
Alright, so I came up with that name because at the end of the day you could have the whole thoughts in your head, but you just gotta wake up to make up a reality.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
that's how you get Roy.
I like the motivation behind the name. The backstory is absolutely fascinating stuff. So tell me a little bit about you, Roy. Are you from ABJ? Are you from the Bay community? Or are you from a different part of Nigeria where you live here?
Oh, okay. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I've been in ABJ all my life.
Wow.
Although I graduated and I went to school in the east,
Okay.
you know, I'm just coming back to focus on my career, but I've been an ABJ kid all my life.
That's fantastic. What part of the East are you from?
I'm from Abbey State.
Ah, nice. You guys are not dealing with too much flooding there.
Yeah,
Because Anambra is getting the worst, I think, from the clips I have seen so far, as well as the northern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But anyway, backtracking to the music itself. This is off your first official project.
Yes.
What's the EP called?
These Rico Times.
The Rico Times.
These Rico Times.
Okay, this Rico Times.
These Rico.
Rico.
Yes.
Why did you choose
R-I-C-O. These
Okay.
Rico Times. Okay. Backstory. Yeah.
Okay.
I had my dog, my first dog.
Okay.
His name is Rico.
Okay.
Okay. So for the whole song and the tape, the 6 songs on the tape, collection of moments and experiences of a certain period of time, 2-3 years ish.
Oh, okay.
4 to be exact, if you include songs like Jeje.
Okay.
And I had him throughout this period. But since 2021, I've always known I want to put a tape out these Rico Times because that was when I started writing the songs and everything. But in 2023, I lost Rico. He died. So no, he ate something he was not supposed to eat in the house, you know, and he went to the hospital for several days and he died. So I had no choice but to continue with the promise I made to title the tape These Rico Times, you know, which is still the collection of moments and experiences
All through that phase.
of what I had, up to the point when he died.
That is deep. These Rico Times. That's beautiful in lots of ways. Many people don't think that, you know, Africans in particular have these same or maybe even deeper sentimental attachments to their pets and like this relationship with their companions. Some people don't even like the phrase pets.
I mean, when you understand the kind of loyalty a pet will give, especially dogs, you know, you end up realizing that when you have one, it becomes a part of you. You know, sometimes, especially when you're having your first one, if you're open to learning, they could teach you certain things in life.
Like you probably haven't even
learned before. It could probably be patience. It could be Okay, all the whole scheduling of taking them out and all could even put your own life back in schedule. You understand? So they play a vital role in our everyday life. So there was no way. I was hurt when he died. So I just have to let them know.
It's an emotional story, a beautiful backstory, and makes perfect sense for you to keep it. But the songs are not about the dog, rather the entire time
rather human experiences. Exactly.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful. So we played Goody Man earlier on, of course, and it's also on the chart as well today. But there's another track I'm going to talk about in a moment. Tell me a little bit about Goody Man. Because Goody, I remember, is it candy jerky?
Yes. Back then. So a Goody Man is it came from having the idea of being a man who is a provider, a man who his family is always happy to see because he make things happen, a man who would not let himself be played by nobody. That's a Goody Man. So any man who is out there who's providing for a family is a Goody Man. Because if you're a provider, you're a protector, you don't take nothing from nobody. That's not supposed to be for you. You give and reciprocate respect. You're a Goody Man.
Okay.
You understand?
Interesting angle.
Yes. Yeah.
So how many songs are on the EP?
6 songs.
6 songs.
Yes.
There's Goody Man, there's there's JJ.
There's JJ, yes, featuring 5 songs.
Okay.
There's THC, which is the intro, which is an abbreviation for tetrahydrocannabinol.
I was about to say, is that THC from cannabis, or is it different THC?
It is.
Okay.
It is. That's the intro, and then I have a company featuring Foyo the Genius and Breeze, and then I have Street Codes.
Oh, that's awesome stuff. I think probably after this interview, we can lay our hands on some more. I only have 2 so far.
Okay.
That's and Goody Man.
Okay.
Both from the project as well. So we've played Goody Man all this time, and I figured I was going to play during your interview, so we can have a bit of a listen to it. Just get another sense of some of the experiences you were sharing from these Rico Times, the project. So this will be the first time we'll be playing on the radio on the Beat FM. We'll take a listen and we'll get right back to it. Production on this song is absolutely beautiful. The emotive delivery and of course breaks in between is another thing of beauty in itself. And this is speaking to a heartbreak actually, and tough times in the capital. Tell me a little bit about it. Was this a direct inspiration, or were you going through something on your own?
We're humans, and we go through these things. I had nothing in mind when I was creating that, but of course we felt these things. We've had people where we made cry,
and those who made us cry,
intentionally and unintentionally, and sometimes there is no time for forgiveness or apologies. But when you go back into your closet or your room, you really be like, I wish you really did not cry. I wish your tears did not come from something I did that made you hurt. And wish we never said bye. At the end of the day, Rico died. So it kind of makes sense more,
Yeah, because I'm about to say it's either a relationship or you sort of translated that into the loss.
Funny thing is, I made the song while he was still here.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't even make sense yet about losing anyone or anything close to me.
Yeah.
But after he died, wish we never said bye, because it still hurts.
I mean, we've had a number of dogs in my family. At the point, I stopped feeling any form of attachment to anyone because I stopped buying them. My mom was the one who bought the last batch. Nelly was her name, and every time I think about dogs, my biggest fear goes back to one that had an accident while it was still a young puppy in the house. It was an Alsatian mixed breed with a shepherd or so, and it was a very beautiful dog. We called it Pepsi. And there was a younger one, a very young kid in the house that was just dropping things. The next thing you know, it just landed on it. That image has not left my head rather since maybe probably 2005. It hasn't left my head. So every time I think about dogs, I love playing with them, but to own one, I keep like, someday. I keep pushing it forward because I don't know. And I get scared sometimes because I feel like my kids love dogs, like my daughters love dogs. If I ever buy one for them or get them one as a pet or a companion,
and they get attached,
I hope they do not get devastated the day it has to go. Because the beautiful thing about life, and I think what you mentioned earlier will make complete sense, is the same way people get scared or get worried or trivialize the value to flowers. It's the same. I think it teaches a very serious lesson. Flowers are not just beautiful when they are planted, or not just beautiful when they are still on their stalk. They are more appreciated when they are in vases or in collage given to you. But at that point, they are dying. They are on their way dying.
Yeah,
so
right,
they have such a fleeting
right.
beauty.
Right.
That's very transient. It's just in transit. And it's the same thing with our lives. If we understand that, you get to appreciate life more. Every person you're with, every experience you have is for the time you have with them.
Yes.
And the minute you're able to understand that someday you may not have that,
Yes.
so make the most of it, it becomes more valuable. And it's the same thing with pets. So
Yes.
it's a very unique relationship. It's easier said oratorily
Yes,
than
Than
experience.
felt. Yes, yes.
But it's quite an interesting film. But anyway, I totally love the project. It's very emotive hip hop, and I like the flow to the energy and everything. The message itself is clear and it's in depth and everything. What next for you?
Okay. This is actually my first project.
Okay.
This Rico Times.
Okay.
And just like I said, it was a collection of experiences and moments.
Over the
You have songs like Jeje, which I actually was talking to myself to take life easy one day at a time. Because at that point I was frustrated. I needed to graduate from school, and schooling in Nigeria, government school and all the type stuff. I was frustrated, and I made a song, Jeje. I went to the studio, I recorded. So I made 5 songs in the studio. He was like, bro, I like this song, can I help? I'm like, yeah. And I gave him a couple seconds, and he created magic. And then you have songs like Street Codes. I'm talking to the street guys. There's a message there. And then you talk about THC. It's a song for people who found unbelievers as friends, regardless of the title. Tetrahydrocannabinol. It's for people who found unbelievers as friends, but then still find a way to make things happen. Then you have Goody Man, which we talked about earlier, the provider, a protector, and you have Company featuring Fire the Genius and Vreeze, for the shorties. And then back to your question when you said, what's in store for me? Right now, we are pushing the tape.
Okay. Are you making visuals for it? Are you looking at performances?
The visual for THC, official music video, dropped already 2 weeks ago.
Oh, fantastic.
Next week, Street Code, because spoiler alert, Street Code drops next week.
Okay,
so we're going like that, and we all have visuals ready.
Okay.
We have visuals ready. We're just taking our time to step out, working on my next tape already. I just recorded the song last night again. But the good thing is, I'm not just making music because
of any schedule or whatever.
No, I'm trying to create my experiences into these bars. I'm not saying I have a Glock and a switch and no, that's not my life.
I get you.
I have feelings, and I'm here to tell people who go through the same feelings that you are not alone. So we're in this together.
That makes sense. I like how very perceptive, very introspective you are with your thought, your process, and your pace. I think sometimes we get all piled up in the entire drama of meeting the demand for music or the demand for the schedule. So people tend not to make very intentional music anymore.
I mean that was why we started out coming out with our own imprint. Signed to OGMK Records, independent record label run here in Abuja with my younger brother, owned by me and my younger brother. So we are not trying to make music because someone's at the back pushing us and say go make music. No, he doesn't make music too, but he's an executive and a label. So no hurry, no pace.
Let's do it at your own time.
Yes, let's make music that the people can connect with. That's what's important to us.
Makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you. Be sure to go check out the visuals for THC. I'm looking forward to the visuals, of course, for Street Code, and of course a number of others. I also love to go through the entire project. These Rico Times.
I would have it sent to you. Don't worry. I have. It's a big pleasure and honor to meet you, Big Sheddy.
My pleasure.
I've heard a lot about you and Beat FM, and it's an honor to be in Beat FM today. I hope we become family and subsequently be here.
The minute you get behind that microphone and we have a good time on the show, anytime you're in the city or around, be sure to holler. So it's been a pleasure talking to you. For all of you who vibe with the music, you can catch up with Roy on socials everywhere. It is ROI.
Most head up.
Okay. Most head of is easier way to search for it.
Yes, anywhere. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snap, wherever, just most heard of.
Most heard of.
MOSTHEARDOF, no space.
Okay. That will pop up whatever icon.
Yes, and you just see Roy.
Okay.
Wherever, just search most heard of.
Fantastic. So that's easier for everyone then. It's going to be a great one. Looking forward to catching up with you next time. But of course, just to wrap things up right here, in case you missed it the first time, is Goody Man by Roy from these Rico Times, a project that dropped in August of this year and already on the Abuja Top 10 Countdown. We'll catch up with you more on 10 o'clock, where of course we jump in to the world's city.
Come close to the goody man. Focus on the goody man. Come close to the goody man. Focus on the goody man. You know I don't try, couple of times. Numbers don't lie. When we outside, no mark Barry-Wo. No mark Barry-Wo. Drip or drown, skin so brown. Shut